Alright, so we are back for F1 2020 my team, this time around Spain. So I have just completed FP1 and FP2, so I'm going to simulate FP3 and put on some upgrades for the car, and then I'll hop into qualifying in the race. Massive haul of resource points. I'm thinking a tire update would really come in handy. Or upgrade, not update. Then I think after that upgrade comes through, let's see real quick. So after the I'll wait a bit. After the brakes upgrade for the chassis comes through and the tire upgrade comes through, then we're going to focus on the durability from the facility point of view, so that the risk of failure isn't so high and that they can be applied quicker. And then that should allow Mercedes to catch up, Mercedes and Ferrari. That way it's we're not too dominant. I think I might do an ERS upgrade as well, because that doesn't necessarily affect the pace of our car in qualifying, more so the race. But that's later down the line. Yeah, I'm going to wait until post-race to do that. So let's hop straight into qualifying. And then as you can see, the difficulty is on 109 out of 110. This is going to be pretty difficult because this is one of the stronger tracks for the AI. To put things into perspective, Daniel Ricciardo was marginally behind me on medium tires when I was using softs. I think the gap between myself and Ricardo was like 1/100th of a second, and then the gap between myself and Lewis was 2/100ths of a second. So it's going to be extremely close. And because the race is completely wet, then we don't have to worry about going on the mediums or trying any different strategies.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
Okay, this is quite interesting. I was considering qualifying in the mediums for Q1, so we have more tires for Q2 and 3. But just looking at these times right now, how are these? Okay, I was wondering how these guys haven't set a lap yet. Okay, everyone set a lap. And with that dry setup, we set a 13.8 in practice. With the wet setup, we set a 14.3.
Track is quiet right now. Let's get out on track while it's clear.
So my hope is we can get top 10. Actually, no, top 10's not too hard to do. If I can put in a decent lap, top 10 shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, really just make Q3. If I can make Q3, then that'll be great. Because this car is specifically set up for these conditions in the race. So we're going to be quite slow in qualifying, compared to the AI at least.
Engine fired, we're set.
As long as we don't get knocked out in Q1 like last time, then it'll be an improvement. Because last time we had a difference in tire compound, which pretty much saved our race. This time everyone's going to be on the wet tires the whole time, so I won't have any like advantage in terms of being able to go long and pull up an overcut. That wasn't too bad. I'm just gonna return to the garage because I don't need to worry about the tire wear on these because we're not gonna be using the tires. Let's see what the gap to safety is before we retire. 4/10.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
I did not want to hear him. It's just annoying. He keeps saying things that everyone already knows. I think we're safe. Famous last words. Okay, yeah, we are safe. Did anybody improve? Okay, so some people improved a bit. Never mind. Only Lance Stroll went out. Okay. So now we just have to replicate that in Q2 and Q3. But yeah, as you can see, the wet setup is really costing us quite a lot of performance in qualifying. Because I think this is almost similar to the deficit we had to Daniel in China. It's just that the setup is quite draggy on the straight, and it's a bit understeer in sector 3. Alright, so I'm gonna fast forward. Maybe to the end of the session, I'm not sure. Just want to see what times everyone sets first. Okay, so we got 13.6 is what's needed.
Okay, the circuit is clear at the moment. We're good to go.
Alright, I'm gonna head out now. Wait a minute. Okay, yep. Head out now.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
Just trying to burn as much fuel as I can on the top lap. That was a decent lap. For some reason, Hamilton and Bottas are on the mediums. Same for Leclerc. The race is going to be wet, so risking getting knocked out in Q2 is just stupid.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
But it means that We qualify a few positions higher than we normally would have, so can't really complain. I think 13 flat, maybe a 12.9 is possible. That sector 3 is pretty rough. Just through here. Got on this curve, not ideal. Had to snap over to steer through here. This corner was okay, but the transition into it wasn't great because of the corner before that. And this was good. This is pretty good. And then this is decent. So if I really wanted to, I could go out again. But before I even make the decision or think about retiring, I'm going to see my gap to safety. Judging by Lance Stroll, he found like 4/10 on his final run. So I'm just going to assume that the gap needs to be at least 4/10 for me to be safe. And it's only 2.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:13.3.
Okay, I guess I have no choice but to go out again. Alright.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. "30 seconds left in the session."
That was a disappointing lap. But we're safe, so I guess it doesn't matter. So I think there's 4/10 in there. Sector 1 and Sector 3 was just not good. Because we gained time and then lost time for mistakes, and then gained time and then lost time for mistakes. So frustrating, but it is what it is. On to Q3.
To view information on your current levels of tyre wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and damage screen.
Alright, so because we only have one set of tires, we only have one set of tires, so I'm just going to fast forward to the end and then go for one lap, and then wherever we qualify. I'm just gonna try and tidy up the lap so we can aim for top 6. Oh crap.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
Come on. That was close. That wasn't too bad. Ooh, stressful though. Stressful for sure.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Ricciardo, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
There was a little bit of time in turn 10 and 11. I think with that I could have gotten P6. But besides that, I was pretty happy with the lap. So starting P7 with the wet setup, not too bad. Not bad at all. Anyways, on to the race.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
I wouldn't say it was so much my day. I would just say that he was on really good form, and that's been the case as of recent in qualifying. Ever since Australia, I guess he's just found that extra bit of pace that I haven't been able to find in qualifying. But when it comes to the race, I think I have the upper hand, and that's really all that matters. But again, fair play, another pole position. That's, I want to say, 4 out of 5. So yeah, props to him.
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
No, not really. I have a setup that's specifically for this type of weather. And if I can extract the most out of the package, as I've been doing the majority of the time this season, then there should be no worries.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So Lewis is leading the rivalry right now, and honestly, I think it'll be quite close. Because in the qualifying battle, I'm pretty sure he has me covered, but in the race, it just seems like I have the upper hand over pretty much all of the AI, excluding the tracks that they're really strong at, or the tracks that I'm really weak at. This is one of the stronger tracks for the AI, but at the same time, it's a wet race. So you never know. I haven't done any practice for the wet either. So for sure it's going to be interesting on the first few laps, just trying to get proper footing and get into a rhythm. So yeah, as you can see, it's going to be raining the entire race. So yeah, it's going to be something.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's 730 metres from pole position down to a slippery turn 1 here, the first of 16 corners around this 2.89 mile racetrack. The long, wide turn 3 and the uphill right-hander of turn 9 can both be taken full throttle in the right conditions, but I doubt very much we'll be seeing any of that today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Thomas, Ocon, Sainz and Pierre Gasly, Norris, Kvyat, Sergio Perez and Raikkonen, Albon, Stroll, Kevin Magnussen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell, Matsushita, Latifi and Mick Schumacher. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I just realized that my mic was muted. Anyways, I've just been looking at the different strategy options for this race. So at the moment, I think I'll go with this strategy, the two-stop. But if the tire wear is quite good, and if the pace is quite good, and I'm in the lead of the race, or I have a chance to fight for the lead, then I'll do the two-stop. If not, I'm going to try the one-stop. It worked out for me in Singapore and TCR. So, I know it's a different track, but I think it's worth a shot around here too. We'll just have to see what happens when we get there.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Just getting a feel for how much grip there is.
Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
If the track dries out, then I think you're screwed. Felt like I did a decent job getting heat in the tires. So I'm hoping the AI's tire temps aren't quite up to temperature. And we can make up some positions off the line.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
So I'm going to be quite quiet for the first maybe minute or two, so I can just focus on the chaos going around me.
Okay, we're low on fuel. Try shifting up the gears a little sooner. This should help us save some fuel.
Not a bad first lap. Let's try and get Vettel now. Yeah, I think you guys can see quite clearly just how we have a straight line speed disadvantage. car snaps very easily. Couldn't spawn into turn 11.
A lot of fuel already. We're going to have to start conserving earlier than we'd like. The team want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel.
Fewer updates.
Confirmed.
Need to get past Vettel.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
That was unexpected.
We're trailing our teammate by 5.0 seconds.
But it was necessary. That was a close call.
To car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Feels like there's more grip.
Our gap behind is 2.4 seconds.
That move's not gonna work on him. Come on. I just don't have the speed on the straight.
We're very low on fuel. Trying to shift up through the gears earlier, it may help save more fuel. We're expecting you in around 2 laps, and we'll be putting you on the intermediate tyres.
I'm not gonna pit that early. The tires feel just fine. I can feel the car moving around through that corner.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that.
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. Okay, we're low on fuel. Try shifting up the gears a little sooner. This should help us save some fuel. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
I'm just pushing as hard as I can now. I want to get the overcut. If I can. 4 lines are there.
Daniel's in for his stop.
That's old info. I wonder if I can ask for even fewer updates, because if I could, I would.
Gap to teammate behind is 17.5 seconds. The team want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel.
What is he doing?
Okay, at the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
I don't know what he's talking about. We'll have a surplus by the end of it. We'll have a surplus by the end of the race. I think the tires just hit the cliff.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Massive snap aside, that wasn't a bad lap. So I just need to be a bit more careful. Since he wants to play games, we can do that. Wow. Not quite there yet.
Daniels, the fastest man on the track right now. We're very low on fuel. Tried to shift up through the gears earlier. It may help save more fuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop messing around with him. Because the tires are clearly beyond their best.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
There we go.
Confirmed.
That's more like it.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, copy that.
I guess he wants me to go longer on these tires, not sure why. Oh, it is lap 20. Okay. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Can't wait to feel the grip on these crash sensors. Yeah. One more lap we would have gotten a puncture. For sure. So we'll come out in P2, and then I suspect Daniel will pit a few laps later.
Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
How was that crossing? Well, I mean, it's technically crossing, yes, I know, but... all four wheels didn't exit. Tires are not up to temperature. Come on, there we go. They're closer to the window now. Alright, fastest lap time. Okay, maybe I need to chill out a bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, we're low on fuel. Try shifting up the gears a little sooner. This should help us save some fuel.
Alright, here's the fastest lap.
Pushing. We need to reduce the 5-second gap to the car ahead.
He's not gonna touch that. Now it's time to go into saving mode. Or conservative. Just bring it on.
We're accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Well, I'm not using overtakes for the rest of the race, so that's not a worry anymore. I think at this point, if he can beat that fastest lap, then fair play. Because I'm not going to go for it again. Still have to make sure I can get to the end of the race.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
They've got to use it here. There's no way I'm going to get stuck behind a lap car. Especially one on cold tires. In the event of a safety car, I'm going to pit again. Because fresh entries are just that much quicker.
Right, we have a very worn-out MG UK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire. Daniel's in the pits.
Of course, again with the old info. This way is always 2 laps late. The MG UK is not that bad. Come on. Just work with me for a few more laps. Full race update.
Daniel behind, you are in first position, front of the pack. The gap to the car behind is 14.1 seconds. They're on fresh inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 7 laps to go. We're leading our teammate by 14.3 seconds.
Okay, we should be positive. Yep. 6 more laps.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
The rear does not want to comply anymore. And I don't know why. Feels worse than the first stint. Weather report.
Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Inters and wets will probably have similar pace at the moment.
Okay, so the track is getting slower. It's not me. I would explain it. So it's a good thing I set that fastest lap when I did.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right now I'm just cruising. Because the rear is just unpredictable now.
To teammate behind is 11.7 seconds. There's There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, 2 more laps. Come on. More updates. More updates.
Understood, copy that.
There we go. Just want to see what's going on behind. Not that I'm at risk of losing this position or anything, but Vettel and Leclerc are right on the back of Hamilton. I wonder why he's struggling so much for pace. You'd think if this was a bit more realistic, he'd be a lot faster, considering how good he is in the wet, but I guess not. Same with Verstappen, you'd think he'd be able to fight with him.
This is your final lap of the race. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
That's crazy. The fuel saving. Anyways, a few more corners to go. GG. That was a good one.
Yes, you've done it. Well done.
Especially considering how many times I nearly lost the car. Yep, that was a good race.
There's a few disappointed faces up and down the pit wall after that one, but not here. They secured a phenomenal victory. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it's fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
I think that makes I don't even know how many races we've had.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Thomas. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, I think that's 26 plus 26 plus 26. No, what? Forget the math. I do enough math already. We'll find out at the results screen.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
Well, none of these options are really great to describe what I would say personally. But yeah, it was, but I could not have done it without the team. We decided to go on the one stop instead of the two, and that turned out to be the right call. And I think that was the primary factor in what made it a comfortable race. Yeah, so strategy, the car, and then of course myself, the driver. The combination of those three is what ultimately led to what seemed like a fairly dominant win.
How good does it feel to have both cars in your team take the top spots?
It feels great, honestly. This is pretty much what we sought out to achieve going into Season 2. We knew Daniel was a really good driver, so bringing him into the team brings pretty big expectations. He wants to win the Drivers' Championship, as do I. And the team want to win the Constructors. So we all have a very unified goal, and we all pull in the same direction, and that's only going to help us going forward. So yeah, the team's been working really hard for this, and truly they deserve it.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Honestly, it felt like the car was very, very nimble and light through the corners. If you notice in Sector 3, the low speed stuff, the amount of time we gained on the Mercedes cars was just ridiculous. Particularly through turn 11 and turn 12. You're just so much quicker there. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was able to go around the outside of what was it? I think Vettel. I think it was, yeah, Vettel there. And then again, because the car is lighter, we're able to brake later than the competition, which is what helped me get past Hamilton. So yeah, the car is just nimble, light, and by and large ahead of everyone else.
You performed better than last weekend. What changed?
I would say a few tweaks to the chassis. We do have some upgrades for the chassis in the pipeline, which I'm really looking forward to, because I feel like that's made the largest difference in helping me have the upturn in form that I've had. So yeah, for sure the improvements in the chassis, but of course every other area of the car has been improving as well. But if I had to put it down to one thing, then yeah, it'd definitely be the chassis.
Appreciate your time.
I must have gotten damaged when I went off into the gravel on the exit of turn 4. Either way, I mean, it was still, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I thought it was pretty impressive that I was still able to keep the car pointed forward and rejoin to the track quite quickly. Game's trying to call me broke. We'll go with this. Actually, nope. Remove. No. Remove. Start with the PU. And then we'll move into the... We're not going with this. No. Yep. And yeah. That's good. Facilities. Actually, let's go to R&D real quick. Let's get this on the car, because it's going to be really important for Baku. That's where it should come in time for. Okay, so this comes in time. Yep, just in time for Monaco. This comes in time for Baku. I think I'm gonna have another poor qualifying going into Baku. I don't know about Monaco yet. And that's why I'm considering doing the drag reduction, or not the drag reduction, the DRS upgrade. Because we're gonna have to make quite a few overtakes. I think. Let's see. 15 million. 15 million. Jesus, this stuff is not cheap. 12 million. What do they mean? Oh, okay, so it improves by 80. Okay, quality control. I think that's it for now, because I have big plans for season 3, and I don't want those plans to potentially be ruined by
Okay. We've had the new parts come through from the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
What? Let's actually, now that I think about it, when would a major upgrade? Okay, so we need to make a decision now. and I'm gonna go with this. Yep. That's not enough to get anything, is it? Nope, clearly not.
Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Good, good, good. Alright, so these two, and then 100% focus on durability. Speaking of durability, quality control 2. So right now it's a 30% chance, but with the upgrade it should be 20%. So we'll get these two upgrades on the car, and then I think for the rest, maybe not the rest of the season, but for the next few rounds at the very least, we're going to be focusing on durability. Because we're going to get it. Oh my goodness. We're going to hit a development wall pretty soon in all departments. So that only makes sense. Yep. And this is where I'll end the stream, so thanks for tuning in, and until next time.